Welcome back class. So we were learning about the amplitude modulation, and last time we learned about double sideband and large carrier modulation, which is also called as conventional modulation or full AM modulation. So now we will see that that how we can calculate the power of the AM modulated signal. So this was our signal, okay, the AM modulated signal, and last time we determined this formula. So in this formula we know that we have a carrier which has amplitude of AC, and we have two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband, at the location of Fc plus Fm and Fc minus Fm, and the amplitude of these sidebands are AC mu over 2. This sideband also have amplitude of AC mu over 2. Okay, so now if you want to calculate the power of the AM modulated signal, okay, so that will be equal to the power of this carrier, okay, power of this upper sideband and the power of this lower sideband. Okay, so the sum of these powers, that will be the total power of this AM modulated signal. Okay, so like as we have considered the cosine signal, okay, for our calculations, and you know very well, if you have a cosine signal and if you want to calculate its power, so the power of a cosine signal is basically its amplitude square, okay, whatever the amplitude we are having, divided by 2. Okay, that is the power calculation of a cosine signal. Okay, now here in this example, okay, so this is our carrier, and the carrier have amplitude of AC, and the sideband has a amplitude of AC mu over 2. So mu is basically the modulation index. Mu or m, as I told last time, we can use different variable for this, mu, m or beta. So the power of the carrier, okay, the normalized power, it will be amplitude square of carrier divided by 2, and the power of the sideband, if you want to calculate, that will be its amplitude square, okay, which is basically AC mu divided by 2 square divided by 2. Okay, the same formula, amplitude square divided by 2, that is the power calculation. So the power of the upper sideband and lower sideband, it will be basically, if you just take the square of this, AC square mu square divided by 4 multiplied by 2. So 4 into 2 will be 8. So that is the power calculation of the upper sideband and the lower sideband. And if you want to calculate the power efficiency, so that will be the power of the sidebands divided by the power of total power. Okay, so as I told last time, the most of the power is basically consumed by the the actual information is basically transmitted through the sidebands, not through the carriers. Okay, so that is basically one disadvantage of the double sideband. We will see the couple of examples in the live session, and that will illustrate this concept. So here, coming back to the efficiency, okay, if you want to calculate the efficiency is the ratio of the sideband powers divided by the total power. So sideband power is the upper sideband plus the lower sideband power divided by the total power. So this way we can calculate the efficiency of modulated signal. There is another way to calculate the efficiency, that is in terms of the modulation index. Okay, so we can also calculate the efficiency from the modulation index. So if you know the modulation index, so just take its square divided by 2 plus m square, or like use this formula. Okay, so this is another formula to determine the efficiency of the AM modulated signal. So basically power efficiency tells us that how much power is basically consumed by the sidebands and how much power is basically being used for the transmission of the total AM modulated signal. Okay, so like if we are having, for example, the perfect modulation, okay, perfect modulation means your modulation index is 1. So if you have 1, so in that case, so it will be 1 square divided by 2 plus 1 square. Okay, so that will be 1 over 3. Okay, and that is basically around 33%. So even for the perfect modulation, okay, 100% modulation, your power efficiency is 33%. Okay, so this is basically the disadvantage of the double sideband. Okay, we will see later on, okay, how we can compensate this thing. So we can compute the power efficiency using this formula. there are examples which we will solve in the live session. Okay. Now once you have get the AM modulated signal, double sideband large carrier signal, now you want to demodulate that. Okay, you want to get your message signal. Okay, so we have learned how we can get the modulated signal. So if you want to demodulate, so basically we use this circuit. Okay, this simple circuit which have one diode, one capacitor and one resistor. So this is called envelope detector. So the beauty of the full AM modulated signal is that its demodulation is very easy. Okay, by just using this simple circuit, okay, from this input AM modulated signal, you can get your only message signal, which is basically the envelope here. Okay, so basically this circuit will detect this envelope. Okay, and once it detects this envelope, it will extract this envelope signal. Okay, so that's why this is called envelope detector. Okay, so now let's see how this circuit is actually performing. Okay, so the operation is very simple. Okay, so what we can do, we can define one input and output voltage. Okay, so input voltage is basically this one, right? And this is your output voltage. Okay, so what will happen, for example, so if you look at this, at the initial side, when we have the positive signal, okay, like we have the high voltage here. So for example, if I have 3 volt here, at that time output voltage will be 0. There is no output voltage, right? So this diode will be in forward bias, right? This diode will be in forward bias. So when this diode is in forward bias, this capacitor will start charging, right? So when this capacitor starts charging, so that is basically these two are in parallel, so that will be your output voltage. So when this capacitor starts charging, okay, so that will be the charging of the capacitor, okay, during that time. Okay, so this is basically your input signal. Okay, AM modulated signal or your input signal. Okay, so when you are having the positive value, at that time diode is in forward biased and the capacitor will start charging. Okay, so this dotted line, okay, this basically solid line, this is the output. Okay, this is your output. So the capacitor will start charging. Okay, and once it reaches the peak value, okay, peak value means, for example, here is 3 volt and here you also get 3 volt. Okay, now what will happen at both sides, okay, you have the same voltage. Okay, and in the next time what is happening, okay, if you focus here now, your input voltage is decreasing. Okay, your output voltage is what, 3 volt, and your input voltage is decreasing. For example, it goes to 2.9. so once it becomes 2.9 here you have 3 volt, so this diode will go in reverse bias, right? So once this diode goes in reverse bias, now this capacitor, it will discharge through this resistor. Okay, so that will be the capacitor discharging. Again, okay, now this the input voltage was decreasing. Okay, here you have constant 3 volt. Okay, this is also little bit decreasing, and once again when this input voltage, okay, become greater than your output voltage. Okay, so at this stage input voltage will become greater than output voltage, so again the capacitor will start charging. Okay, and then again this will be repeated, discharging, again discharging. Okay, so basically around from A to C, in this period your capacitor is discharging. Okay, and among this period C, your capacitor is charging. Okay, so basically what is happening here, now focus here. So basically this is just detecting your output voltage is just becoming the envelope. Okay, whatever envelope you are having, you are basically approximately detecting that. Okay, so once you like if you go further for the complete cycles, eventually you will just be getting this envelope. Okay, this envelope. So that is basically your actual message signal. So this is the operation of this envelope detector, because this is a very simple. Okay, so that's why the full AM modulation is one of the most commonly used technique because its detection is very easy. So we will see the relevant examples, okay, and the other cases, and then we will move to the second type of the AM modulation, okay, which is double sideband suppressed carrier with no carrier. Okay, we will see that in the live session. Thank you very much for your time.